Where's the cameraman? Well, this marks the end of this function where President Uhuru Kenyatta has spoken and Raila Odinga has spoken. But one of the words that we do not have is from Kalonzo Musyoka. Probably, how are you, sir?
Very well, thank you. Abari NTV.
Rico Salama, how was it, sir?
We're going to talk. The other.
Well, we've been trying to get, and Kalonzo has just left by saying he's going to talk later. He's not been able to speak at this function. Probably they are headed to Jacaranda grounds where there is a rally and there are people who are already waiting to hear from them. And he says that he is going there and he will be talking to give the way forward on what has really transpired. At this particular point, we have seen the president publicly endorse Raila Amolo Odinga and calling him by name for the first time, saying that they are going to be behind Raila Amolo Odinga and his presidency moving forward. So basically what this means is that President Uhuru Kenyatta is now throwing his hat into the ring and he will be supporting Raila Amolo Odinga presidency. However, I can say from what we've been able to see is that there was an uncomfortable acceptance of today's movement, and what we were able to see is that Kalonzo Musyoka was very uncomfortable even when they are sitting. However much President Uhuru Kenyatta says that they have been able to prevail upon him to step aside, but he is basically saying that he has agreed to Raila Amolo Odinga being the Azimio La Umoja presidential candidate. Remember that as they were coming in today, there are some details that we've not been able to get as to what has been what happened, what has transpired. The only thing that we've been able to see, and that was at the front where the secretaries general was signing the document. What we've been able to see is that the secretaries general were given one-page document, and the only thing that they were able to see is just to put their signatures. Some of them are saying that they do not know what they have appended their signatures to, and that is what they were, some of them were murmuring, but they have been able to put over 26 political parties have been able to come together to append their signatures to this particular document. And this document, what we've been told, is a coalition agreement that brings into forth all these political parties supporting Raila Amolo Odinga. There was even a question that was put there where they were able to say that Raila Amolo Odinga assumes the position of a presidential candidate for the Azimio coalition. There was the proposer, that is the governor for West Pokot, and the seconder, who was the MP for Likoni, Madam Mishi Mboko. So what has also happened is that President Uhuru Kenyatta has said that he personally oversaw how this process was done. It has been a long one. Remember, this program was supposed to start at about 9 o'clock in the morning, but it started at about 2 o'clock, headed into 2:30, basically showing the intense conversation that was there and the intense negotiations that have characterized this day. Basically, by Kalonzo Musyoka being here and Raila Odinga being endorsed as the presidential candidate for the Azimio coalition, what that basically means is that he has dropped his presidential bid in favor of Raila Odinga. What is Kalonzo Musyoka going to say at the Jacaranda grounds if he is headed there? And if he's not headed there, is he going to call a press conference and basically say what next for him? So today we were also able to see that when everybody was asked to stand and endorse Raila Amolo Odinga as the presidential candidate, there was a bit of a lull where Kalonzo Musyoka was seated when everybody else was standing, and it was only when everybody had already stood that Kalonzo Musyoka just stood for a bit and he clapped for a bit. Then he was able to sit down with everybody else. However, President Uhuru Kenyatta and Raila Odinga probably owe us an explanation as to what has happened, or even Kalonzo Musyoka should be able to come out and say what really transpired. Is he going to say that at the Jacaranda grounds? Well, it is a wait and see. But from this particular grounds, that is the KICC, in that Savo ballroom, what we know is that Raila Odinga has been endorsed. His candidature has been endorsed by about 26 or more political parties, and he is going to fly the flag. Whether, another thing that has not been said is who is going to be the deputy president nominee. That matter has not been discussed. Whether it is something that has already been taken, we cannot explain, we cannot say as of now, as that matter is still under consideration. I remember the president even saying that everybody who was in that room had the capabilities of leading. And he even said that he knows that Kalonzo Musyoka has the capabilities of leading this country. But he confirmed that Kalonzo Musyoka has dropped his presidential bid in support of Raila Odinga. He does not look very happy. Most of his people also did not look very happy. I saw there were, even the commentator in that particular room was very keen on the Secretary General of Wiper coming to sign that particular coalition agreement. Even President Uhuru Kenyatta, where I saw with my own eyes, was even asking Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka whether his Secretary General had gone to the table. So this is a seriously dicey situation. We do not know what the deal is, but trust NTV. By the time we are doing our bulletins at 7 and 9 p.m., we'll be giving you a comprehensive report on what has transpired behind the closed door of the negotiations, and we'll be giving you an up-to-date as we also are able to bring into forth what has happened here, contextualize it, and give you the raw pictures that you did not see on the television station. But what we can tell you is that now Azimio is a coalition. We wait to see whether it is going to be deposited at the Registrar of Political Parties by Monday, and if there is going to be any development between now and Monday morning, when they do expect to tender that particular document to the Registrar of Political Parties. We'll also be able to tell you what will be happening to the One Kenya Alliance coalition agreement that was signed yesterday. We have not seen Mother Karua here, but we've seen Kanu was here, MDG was here, Farmers Party was here, Cyrus Jirongo we have not seen, but he has indicated his willingness to be here. So it will be an interesting view to see what basically